education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you and yours. Hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. So today I'm on my phone. I am going to make it brief because I'm going to be Skyping my best asexual friend soon. So today's video, I want to discuss with you, can a romantic and aromantic asexual relationship work or not, right? So first of all, what is an aromantic asexual? An aromantic, so aromantic together, the words together, is a person. An aromantic asexual is a person who lacks romantic attraction and sexual attraction. And a romantic, so a with a guy, romantic asexual is someone who has romantic attraction but lacks sexual attraction. So both an aromantic asexual and a romantic asexual lack sexual attraction. Oh, hi, Ahmed. Nice to see you. Lots of love. Thanks for the kisses. So they both lack sexual attraction, but the difference is a romantic asexual experiences romantic attraction. Now, to answer this question, obviously there's a lot of variables, but if someone is a pure aromantic asexual, so they lack any type of romantic attraction whatsoever, it can be very difficult if they are thinking about being in a relationship with a romantic asexual. Now, it actually might be, this is the earliest I think you have live streamed recently, Sandra. Yes, Stevie, yeah. Because I'm Skyping my best friend soon, so I'm keeping it to about 10 minutes. So get back to what I was saying. Aromantic asexuals lack romantic attraction and sexual attraction. Romantic asexuals have romantic attraction but lack sexual attraction too, right? So aromantic asexuals, there's different types of aromantics. There's a pure aromantic, someone who doesn't experience any romantic attraction whatsoever. A grey romantic who experiences romantic attraction infrequently or not enough to want to act on it. And there's demi-romantic asexual that does experience romantic attraction only and when a deep emotional connection has been formed, which might be only with a handful of people in their life, or it might be that they don't usually experience romantic attraction that often. Like I said, because it's only with a few people in their life, or they might be the type of person that doesn't experience it often, but when they do experience it and they make that deeper emotional connection, they're very romantic, right? And then a cupiaromantic is someone who desires a romantic relationship despite not experiencing romantic attraction. So you've got aromantics, pure aromantics, grey romantics, demi-romantics, and also cupiaromantics. They all form part of the aromantic asexual spectrum. You can also get aromantic sexuals, those that lack romantic attraction and experience sexual attraction. So aromanticism is not just a part of asexuality. Can we say that a demi-romantic person is technically a straight person? No, a demi-romantic person can be attracted to any gender. And a demi-romantic person is someone who doesn't experience romantic attraction until a deep emotional bond has been formed. We're talking about romantic attraction here. We're not talking about sexual attraction, but we are talking about sexual attraction in this video because we're talking about a demi-romantic, we're talking about aromantic asexuals as opposed to aromantic sexuals. But I was just saying that you can get aromantic sexuals too. But a demi-romantic is just like any other aromantic person unless and until they experience a deep emotional bond and that bond creates romantic attraction within them. Otherwise, they're just like every other aromantic asexual. They just think of people as friends usually a lot of the time. But obviously, some aromantic asexuals do want a relationship. They want a queer platonic relationship, or they might actually be in a relationship with a romantic person who is heterosexual, for example. It doesn't have to be another asexual person even that they're with. So there are instances where aromantics I have known to be in relationships with people who are not the same as them. So there's some aromantic asexuals. I've even known an aromantic sexual person who has been, well, is, as far as I still know, in a relationship with a romantic person. Now, for someone like me who's a hyper romantic, if, for example, there was a demi-romantic who fell really, who was, well, I said about falling in love and was in love. So if they truly loved me, right, demi-romantic asexual would work out very well for me, because I know that they're quite dedicated to just one person, and they don't tend to go around loving loads of people or being romantically attracted to loads of people, right? Once they're romantically attracted to someone, the demi-romantics that I know of, I've known 2 that have been attracted to me. They're only attracted to one person romantically at a time. I got a straight pal and he told me that he feels he's demi-romantic. You can get sexuals, like I said, who are aromantic as well. So Aromantic Spectrum is romantic attraction. So you have like there's something known as a split attraction model, which is what sexual orientation you are versus what romantic orientation you are. So you could get a demi-romantic sexual, demi-romantic heterosexual, for example. But demi-romantic isn't to do with gender, it's to do with romantic orientation, which you could have. You could be a demi-romantic, but you could be a demi-romantic for any gender of what you're attracted to. So I'm not a demi-romantic, but I've had 2 demi-romantic guys attracted to me who were only attracted to women. But you could get a demi-romantic who's attracted to the same gender, or a demi-romantic who's a pan-demi-romantic, someone attracted to multiple genders, gender fluid, non-binary. So it isn't the romantic orientation is not got anything to do with, gender. The gender is who you're attracted to, and then who you're romantically attracted to. Like, you can have romantic attraction for one gender but not for another, but you could have some sexual attraction for the other one. So I have a friend, and they asexually are attracted to women but sexually attracted to guys, and they originally thought they were asexual because they're romantically and aesthetically attracted to women, but they found out they're sexually attracted to guys, so they don't class themselves as asexual anymore because they are sexually attracted and want sex with guys, right? So romantic orientation can be, it can be towards any gender that you're attracted to. And it isn't, definitely not a straight thing. It's demi-romantic is on the aromantic spectrum. And a demi-romantic asexual is someone who can only experience romantic attraction where deep emotional bond has been formed, but still won't have sexual attraction. If they're a demi-romantic asexual, that's it. And someone who's a demi-romantic sexual would only feel romance after a deep emotional bond has been formed, but still feel sexual attraction, unless they were demisexual as well, which in case demisexuals on the grey end of the asexual spectrum. So, but some people don't. I've met a lesbian who didn't class herself as asexual and was demisexual, right? So it very much depends on the people involved. Sometimes someone's romantic orientation can be different from sexual orientation, exactly. But overall, the whole point is, if someone experiences sexual attraction, that's it. They're not asexual, really. But there's people in the asexual community that identify as asexual because they're asexual towards one gender and they're sexual towards another. But at the end of the day, if you experience sexual attraction, you're not asexual. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to and what types of other attractions you have for other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you experience sexual attraction towards any gender at any time, if it's normal amount of sexual attraction rather than the lack of it, then you're not asexual. But there are people in the asexual community that still identify as asexual because they're asexual attracted to one gender and sexually attracted to another. But just by the definition of having normal sexual attraction to any gender, it means you're a sexual person. That's the point, and but it's up to people how they want to identify and what communities they want to go in, and it's up to them. But at the end of the day, if you have experienced a normal sexual attraction to whoever it is, whatever gender it is, and it's a normal amount, and you know what I mean, you don't lack sexual attraction at all in any way, shape, or form. You're not asexual. Um, so yeah, but for someone like me who loves romance, kissing, and a lot of affection, a lot of romantic gestures, unless I had an aromantic asexual who was demi-romantic and then was deeply loved me and I was the person for them, that would work if they were a really romantic person as well in that scenario. But personally for me, I couldn't be with a aromantic asexual who didn't want to do romantic things and be romantic with me and love kissing and doing all that stuff, even if they didn't experience romantic attraction themselves, because I would be missing out. For me, I would feel like something was missing for me, one of my basic needs. Like if I met an aromantic asexual that just happened to like tons of kissing, even though they experienced romantic attraction, and did romantic gestures, even though they didn't think it's romantic, but they appreciated that I did and they were like cute and kind about it, then, that could possibly work for me. Because it's the romantic gestures and the action of kissing and stuff like that I like. But most aromantics, like wouldn't see that type of thing. Well, a lot of aromantic asexuals probably wouldn't like that much kissing in general. And but there are instances where that's different. And because I met a aromantic sexual person who was in a relationship with a heteronormative heterosexual guy, and she loved romance and kissing, even though she was aromantic. So, you know what I mean? It really depends on the aromantic person. What acts or deeds that is totally forbidden to do by an aro or an ace? No acts or deeds are forbidden to do by anyone. You choose yourself in life what you want to do. Nothing's forbidden, is it? Apart from going out harming people. Do you know what I mean? Killing people. You know what I mean? No acts. It's up to the person. Action is not the same as attraction. An asexual can have sex and still be not sexually attracted to the person they're having sex with. It's an act. It's not an actual. It's an activity. It's not an actual. It's not the same as attraction. I have sexual behavior when I like to kiss, with the way I like to kiss, but I don't want sex. But that gives out the impression to sexuals that I do, but I don't. I'm not interested in sex. I like being sexy girl, even though I'm not interested in sex. I like being attractive. I don't mind guys finding me sexually attractive. I like doing some sexy kissing, if you like. So some guys find my kissing sexy, but I don't actually want sex. You know what I mean? So it really depends on the people involved as to whether they could get on. But I mean, personally for me, I think I prefer someone who experienced romance like I did and who was really enjoying it. I mean, that make you out of spectrum and can't be defined as ace. Basically, if you have the usual sexual attraction, so basically you look at people and think, I want sex with him, I want sex with her, or whatever gender you're attracted to or genders you're attracted to. It's basically when it's sexual attraction to where you look at someone or people and think, I want sex with that person. And frequency, you might do it regularly, like every week, for example. But you know what I mean? It's the trouble is there's so much ambiguity. Because it's like, someone might experience sexual attraction might be normal for them every 2 weeks. Another person might experience it every day. So it's like, how long's a piece of string? So, you know what I mean? It's quite difficult to put like confines and constraints down and stuff like that. So it's up to the person to really work out who they are and what they are. But personally, I mean, I'd prefer a person really to be and feel romantic like I do. I think that would be more comfortable for me in a relationship overall, because I would like them to experience the same sort of romance as I do. And because I'm so romantic as well, there's a danger that I won't feel fulfilled unless I'm with someone who's really romantic like myself, because sometimes I just feel like some guys I'm attracted to just aren't as romantic as I am. But those expressions are allowed to grey aces, but with a rarely way, don't you think? Yeah, a grey asexual. I've got to go because I've got to Skype my best asexual friend now. Yes, grey areas in attraction too, exactly. But I've got to go because I've got to Skype my best asexual friend now, and I'm late for them. So I've got to go over and Skype them. But anyway, but yes, grey aces experience sexual attraction, but it's infrequently and rare. So, but this is where it's a grey area, because what may be infrequently and rare to one person may not be to another. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that thought. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon. Give the thumbs up. Lots of love to you, Liam. I'm just going now. Lots of love to everyone. Ahmed and Stevie. I've got to go. I'll see you on the next video live stream. Take care. Bye.